America's F-16 Falcon fighters. Nothing can take out. The F-16 Fighting Falcon possesses a remarkable quality as it stands out among the world's top jet fighters for being cost-effective, swift, and incredibly agile. The operational expenses of the F-16 are significantly lower, around 30 to 40% compared to other fourth-generation systems, and even 3 to 4 times less than larger twin-engine fighters. This exceptional value for money has caught the attention of air forces worldwide. The F-16 remains the most widely utilized aircraft in modern military service, with approximately 3,000 operational F-16s currently serving in 25 nations out of a total production of 4,600. Needless to say, this cutting-edge fourth-generation fighter from the 1980s will continue to be a prominent presence for a considerable period of time. During the Vietnam War, the Air Force faced a dilemma as their F-4 Phantom planes struggled against the North Vietnamese Air Force due to their lack of long-range missile technology and maneuvering ability in dogfights. This led to the fighter Mafia arguing that the Air Force had made a mistake in their design priorities and that a lightweight airframe that maximized energy for short-range dogfights was needed instead of another heavy twin-engine fighter like the F-15 Eagle. However, the Eagle later proved that if cost was not a concern, it was possible to design an extremely nimble twin-engine jet fighter, and air-to-air missiles also improved significantly. Due to fundamental economic principles, the Pentagon gradually developed a consensus in favor of a light fighter. Although the Air Force held the F-15 in high regard, it proved to be too costly to outfit all fighter units with it. Consequently, a decision was reached to pursue a balance between high and low force capabilities. Eventually, in 1974, 2 prototypes underwent rigorous testing, with the Northrop YF-23 Animus Lee emerging as the more agile option. Meanwhile, the other prototype evolved into the Hornet fighters, which are currently deployed by the Marine Corps and the United States Navy. In 1980, the first F-16 as were put into service, followed shortly by the 2-seat F-16B version. The F-16 utilized innovative design technology to improve its kinematic performance, despite being a single-engine aircraft. Thanks to its lightweight construction, the Pratt & Whitney F-100 engine with the intake slung beneath the fuselage was able to create a favorable thrust-to-weight ratio, allowing the F-16 to reach twice the speed of sound at high altitude. The Falcon's cropped delta wings were supported by pronounced rakes protruding from the fuselage, similar to the hood of a Cobra, which enabled the aircraft to achieve extremely high roll rates. The pilot, seated in a chair, inclined 30 degrees back to reduce G-forces from sudden maneuvers, had an excellent field of view thanks to the bulging bubble canopy. The F-16 was capable of performing very aggressive maneuvers, making it the first jet fighter capable of pulling 9 Gs in a turn, tighter than any other U.S. fighter until the F-22 Raptor was introduced. This information pertains to the F-16 service with the Thunderbirds aerobatic team of the United States Air Force. The F-16 was intentionally designed to be aerodynamically unstable, but its flight control system compensated for this flaw. This was made possible by the innovative fly-by-wire control arrangement, which replaced traditional manual controls with an electronic interface. Not only did this make the controls more reliable, but it also allowed the flight computer to adjust the pilot's inputs to prevent exceeding the aircraft's limits. Another improvement was the integration of throttle controls into the joystick, known as hands-on throttle and stick, which made flying the F-16 much smoother. Nowadays, fly-by-wire and hands-on throttle and stick systems are commonly found in modern combat aircraft. Unlike its predecessors, the F-14 and F-15, the Falcon was specifically designed as a versatile fighter capable of performing multiple roles. It boasted 11 hardpoints, allowing it to carry a staggering 17,000 pounds of armaments or electronic warfare equipment. This included cutting-edge, precision-guided weaponry like Maverick missiles and laser-guided bombs. As an added backup, the Falcon also featured a 20mm Vulcan gun in its lower fuselage. The arrival of the F-16 coincided with a significant advancement in guided missile technology, which the fighter mafia had initially doubted. However, the Falcon's state-of-the-art, a PG-66 Doppler radar, heads-up display, and targeting computers proved to be a lethal combination when paired with these advanced weapons. This was clearly demonstrated during the three-day air war in June 1982, when Israeli F-15s and F-16s engaged Syrian jet fighters over the Bekaa Valley. The Israeli Falcons emerged victorious, destroying an impressive 44 Syrian MiG-21s and 23s without suffering any losses of their own. The F-16C and D versions, which were introduced in the mid-1980s, have undergone significant advancements. These enhancements include upgraded avionics, such as liquid crystal displays, and the new APG-68 radars. These improvements have enabled the F-16 to engage in long-range missile combat using the AIM-7 Sparrow and the upcoming AIM-120 AMRA-AMI-AM missiles. Over the years, the C and D versions have received numerous incremental upgrades, including improved radars, GPS-targeted weapon capabilities, and the integration of the AIM-9X Sidewinder heat-seeking missile. With the help of a helmet-mounted cueing system, the pilot can now target the enemy using the AIM-9X Sidewinder without having to align the enemy directly in front of the aircraft's nose. In the 1991 Gulf War, the F-16 fleet of the United States was deployed and carried out more than 13,000 strike flights with 2,000-pound bombs and Maverick missiles. During the Q formation of 72 ships, F-16s launched the largest airstrike in history over downtown Baghdad. Unfortunately, 2 Falcons were shot down by air defense missiles and their pilots were captured. One squadron was assigned to Wild Weasel missions, which involved pursuing Iraqi surface-to-air missile batteries with a GM-88H ARM missiles. The Air Force also attempted to modify the F-16 to replace the A-10 Thunderbolt in the close air support role by equipping F-16Cs and Ds of the 138 Fighter Squadron with Pave Claw 30mm Gatling gun pods. However, the recoil of the weapon caused the lightweight planes to shake so much that the plan was abandoned, and the A-10 fleet survived yet another of the Air Force's many attempts to eliminate it. After the official end of the fighting, F-16 fighter jets were deployed to enforce the no-fly zone in Iraq. Using the powerful AIM-120 Scorpion missile, they successfully took down a fast MiG-25 Foxbat aircraft. The F-16, commonly known as the Falcon, has played a significant role in U.S. and NATO air operations in various conflicts, including the former Yugoslavia, Iraq, and Syria, ever since the Gulf War. In the 1990s, American and Belgian F-16s were responsible for shooting down numerous enemy jets over Serbia and Kosovo, although 2 were unfortunately brought down by Serb surface-to-air missiles. Interestingly, F-16s sold to foreign countries have also seen action in multiple wars. For instance, during the 1980s, Pakistani F-16s successfully shot down 10 Soviet and Afghan aircraft near their border. In 1992, 2 Venezuelan Falcon pilots played a crucial role in overthrowing Hugo Chávez's supporters' coup by shooting down 2 rebel OV-10 Broncos and a Tucano trainer. In fact, it is estimated that the Falcon has an impressive record of shooting down a total of 76 enemy planes. Today, the U.S. Air Force has plans to keep its 1,200 F-16s flying well into the 2040s by extending the airframe's service life from 8,000 to 12,000 hours. The Fighting Falcon has proven itself to be a capable and versatile combat aircraft.